Welcome back, everyone, to the Creators of the Storm tournament. I have with me here TBKZord, who is exhausted from that previous game, but he's gonna take a deep breath and move on to casting. There we go. You ready? You ready for this?
I'm ready for this. I'm pretty excited.
Cursed Hollow. This game is gonna be so insane in my mind. I don't know if it's actually gonna be insane, but in my mind, I'm like, so much high-level play is all about vision control.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Abathur's good on Cursed Hollow because of the vision advantage he gives you, but this is peekaboo, ladies and gentlemen. The mode for this is peekaboo. That's what we're calling it. Fog of War is off. Everyone will be able to see everything on the map all the time. So you can't sneak a boss. You can't sneak a camp. You can't flank from a bush. It's like it's going to be straight up.
It's gonna be so crazy.
Can you like, are there macro strategies that work? We don't know. We're gonna find out. Abathur is out the window. Like, Abathur that is visible 100% of the time is just asking to be killed.
That's a dead Abathur. That is a dead Abathur.
So we're gonna have Game 5, Geeks of Gank versus Nexus Realm Power Heroes. It's gonna be really interesting.
I wonder, Cavalier, if we'll see a higher priority put onto the stealth heroes because they do not show up on the minimap.
That's true. Even with Fog of War disabled, if you're stealthed, you cannot be seen on the minimap, and you have to physically look at someone to just notice them, even with their new silhouette.
And that'd be pretty hard because that'd just be you searching over the whole huge map trying to find the little silhouette.
So last year, there was actually a Korean team that liked to run a cheese on Cursed Hollow that was actually Malfurion, Nova, Zeratul, and it was VP into Precision Strike with Root Twilight Dream.
Interesting.
And it won a game. Like, it won a pro game in Korea.
Huh.
That was during Power League.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Zeratul come out. I feel like that could probably be a pretty good pick here.
Maybe that could happen. And let me look at the standings real quick for both these teams. So we have Geeks of Gank, who are in second technically at 1-0. They've only played one game. And then Nexus Realm Power Heroes is 0-2. This is their last chance to put a win on the board, or they're guaranteed fourth place.
Yeah, this is a lot on the line for them, because that gets you seeded against the first place seed going into the group stages, right?
And this game mode was not in last year's tournament, so we don't exactly know how people are going to do it. There's no expectations. We can't look at what worked last year and see if maybe there's an evolution of that. It wasn't here last year. So, and these are the two consolation final teams. This is the teams that lost last year, and they have played each other before, but I don't think either one of them wants to be like the losing team 2 years in a row. So they're definitely going to bring their all into this game. And we do see the Maiev ban and then the Malthael ban, and then first pick Thrall.
That's interesting. There's got to be a strategy they've been talking about.
I think the strat here is R. They're just going to build a comp that has lots of R buttons, and they're just going to be like, let's just run at them and hit R and see what happens. Yeah. And you can't have flanks, you can't have any sort of clever play, so let's just do a wombo combo.
No, and like merc camps and bosses and such are probably not going to be taken unless there are dead people this time around.
Well, unless we see Hans. Oh, it's Juice Pirates. They're doing Juice Pirates. They don't even care. They're just immediately pick the Tyrael and the Rainer right now. That's the only reason you would pick those heroes in that priority. But you need the medic. Actually, Tyrael is not essential for Juice Pirates. The medic is the most essential hero.
So do you want to explain Juice Pirates for those?
I
who
do.
Might know what you're talking about?
For those of you who don't know, there was a team in EU, an amateur team in EU called the Pirates. And they were swashbucklers, and they came up with a strategy on Sky Temple of get top temple, fort dies, have Tyrael, Rainer, medic. That's the critical 3 heroes for the comp, because Rainer does the most damage with Hyperion. You medevac to keep, you kill the keep, you die because the enemy team has come back and like killed you. You res, you medevac to core, you get core to 50%, you die, and then you medevac to core and you win the game. Critical part here is you have to do it instantly as you hit level 10, because if you go to level 11, your death timers get longer and the timing gets messed up. But if you just go building,
There it
You
is.
win, and they're doing it. This is the prototypical Juice Pirates comp. Greymane and Raynor actually has the most damage of any hero on core with Hyperion. Hyperion alone does more damage than a Greymane to core.
That's pretty insane.
And then Raynor also has Inspire and his own personal auto attack damage, so it's actually so much damage. New Tyrael is even better than old Tyrael for this, because his level 7 talent for attack speed gives everyone 25% attack speed for essentially, it's permanent as long as you're standing on it, and it lasts 2 seconds, then it's 2 seconds after that. So it's 4 seconds of 25% increased attack speed. So much damage. GFE tried to run this on Volskaya Foundry in professional game. We actually never lost with that comp in scrims, but then they had Cassia and we lost. By the way, if Cassia is picked up here, there's no chance that this ever works. Because they'll never be able to secure the fort. And you have to kill fort and keep to make core vulnerable.
Yeah, it's and like this is heavily negated if they can get some blinds on the board.
Cassia? They didn't pick Cassia?
No.
Oh, they have not been watching my games. I feel
not a blind in sight.
Gazlo actually is decent with
Robo-Goblin? Oh my gosh.
He used to be even better at it because Robo-Goblin was bonus damage to structures and only a little bit of damage to
but now he's actually got the armor he can pick up to last longer if they're doing these cheesy, pushes. So that's going to be really interesting.
So the reason this is really dangerous to do on Cursed Hollow, and there was actually a Chinese team that did this against MVP Black last year, and they lost with a 4-level deficit because they couldn't get to 10. MVP Black was like, "No, we're not going to let you have tributes. We're not going to let you have bosses," and they just kept doing bosses. And if you boss and push with it, you can actually even out the structure problem. And after you kill them, you go get you just go get a boss and you push an end, and the game's over before the second medevac comes out. It takes 3 medevacks to end if you do it absolutely monopoly. It's 3 medevacks to end. If you have a boss, you can end before the 3rd medevac, and then the game's over. So it just depends on how good your this strategy is all about execution. Your early game has to be perfect. You have to stay even in experience. You have to get a fort. You absolutely have to get a fort. And the enemy team has really specific things.
You have to get a fort pre-10.
Yeah, you have to get a fort pre-10. Yep. Have to do it. And so
I really hope this works.
It's going to be really interesting.
Just to see it.
I have not seen Juice Pirates executed really well in a very long time, because most people don't understand that it's a really intricate strategy. You actually want to die. And we're not seeing... I'm surprised we didn't see Zeratul. Zeratul's also the other hero that can actually help you defend this, because you can VP the core. Zeratul is the best possible counter to Juice Pirates, because you can VP core. To the point where we've seen pro teams take Zeratul early on in the draft as a preemptive denial, and his core damage isn't great. His core damage has never been fantastic. But the fact that it denied the possibility of it being responded to, especially from the first pick position, you kind of sometimes have to take the Zeratul.
4, 3, 2.
Ooh, this is going to be so strange to watch. I got so obsessed talking about the games, I actually totally missed introducing the teams. We have Geeks of Gank on the left, Bacon on Thrall, Fringe Average on the Nubrak, Tarly on Lucio, Sleepy Gary on Li Ming, and Scott on Muradin.
Then on the right, we have Majesty on Gazlo, Solid Jake on Tyrael, Flame G on Greymane, Ro on Lieutenant Morales, and Zexrus on that Raynor. And this is the only time you're ever going to see a Raynor.
Literally, Raynor's not good for anything else, guys. My understanding is that some EU teams were practicing him as a potential tracer counter because of his increased range and the stun. They were like, does this work? And they gave up on it. They'll play Varian before they'll play Raynor. So
Majesty should be able to win his lane versus the Li Ming on bottom pretty easily.
And it's going to be Raynor versus Anubarak top, and that's sort of a neutral lane as well. Anubarak can't kill the Raynor. Raynor can barely outclear the Anubarak, and it sort of stays neutral. Raynor has to play a little bit more conservatively in case he is getting ganked, however. And we're going to see Tarly with the speed. What are they? They're just invading. They're just invading the siege.
Wow.
They're just going for it.
Flame G's coming back in. Tarly's getting really low, though. He's going to have to be careful. We just need another auto attack from Ro. It doesn't quite get it off. Oh, but Flame G comes in, and he is going to end up killing the Lucio off.
Yeah.
That was a weird invade.
I mean, obviously, you can see them doing it. So if they see them doing it in camp, like, oh, we can go handle that. But you gotta remember that they can see that you're doing it. They don't.
They can see that.
It's not a mystery to them
it.
that you're invading that camp. Like right now, Muradin's gonna go invade that camp again, and I don't know what Scott thinks he's gonna do 1v1 versus a Greymane when the Tyrael and the medic are closer to.
Is coming around, but he's low. Got him low.
Safeguard is available. Safeguard is available. He didn't stay on the point. He could have actually taken the camp if he just stayed on the point. Scott will easily end up going down here. Rose should be able to back away. Bacon's out of mana, and they're taking damage from the camp. And meanwhile, Gazlo is alone in that lane, pushing bottom. And remember, they have to kill a fort. They have to kill a fort.
That's the thing. They're gonna have to be so careful. They cannot leave Gazlo alone. Like, you just cannot leave a Gazlo to do Gazlo things, or you're going to pay for it.
Gather tribute.
And unfortunately for them, the lane they opted to send the Gazlo to is the lane that is going to have the Siege and the Gazlo. And they were really hoping, I think, that
that's
it'd be on the opposite
that's unfortunate.
But this will have to be good enough. And meanwhile, Gazlo in the bottom lane getting a significant amount of damage done. The Siege Giants are going to start to damage the towers now. And
they're doing a good job at distracting them from those Siege Giants, as they're just kind of, I mean, the tribute's not even spawned yet.
They're just going
already
so
just in an
deep.
all-out brawl.
And Greymane trying to kill Li Ming here almost actually gets it. Bacon is doing a lot of damage to Greymane. However, Flame G is going to have to back off while he gets healed up. And actually healing Greymane instead of Tyrael, even though Tyrael's the one that's getting focused. Solid Jake almost goes down, but he does barely manage to stay alive. And are they going to get the tribute? The zoning from Gazlo is real here. Nubrek, the Nubrek Rainer is still just randomly top lane. They're just hanging out, guys. Neither team drafted a global or anything, so this 4v4 brawl could go on for a while.
Well, I mean, the turrets are just going to wear people down a little bit. Jake is able to port out. Flame is getting extremely low. Ro is kind of off on his own, but they don't have anything to lock him down. And he gets away.
And there's
what in the world?
There's no mana left here, and it's easy. It's very easy to run out of mana as Gazlo when you're putting down turrets because the enemy team kills them. You pick up your scrap, you get a cooldown reduction, and it looks like he just ran. Like everyone ran out of mana, ran out of health, ran out of energy, and they are forced back. But they're actually ahead in experience, but they don't have that fort, and they need the fort to the point where I'm actually surprised they didn't 3-mana lane and have like one person mid. Instead of having just the Gazlo here alone. They really need this.
I would like to point out the awesome Mechaterial hearthing animation. It is amazing. And whoever did that should get a raise. Also, Blue Team has not gotten their vision yet. So, I mean, that's really like negative points in their direction. Just saying.
They can see everything, but they definitely need that. I really want.
I mean, that's what wins games, really.
I really want that Greymane Tyrael medic to be bottom. I want it to just happen so bad because they need to shove a lane. They need to get that fort.
I mean, we are almost at level 8, and we don't really have even much of a wall down. Like if they're gonna do this, like you're predicting, they're gonna have to hurry and do this.
And it's 1,000 experience for the wall because it's 500 from each tower, and then it's 1,000 experience for the fort. Like that's most of a level. You don't want to get it after you hit 10 and then have your death timers be longer. That's not how you want to run this comp.
Fringe going in super hard, and again, it's going to be hard for them to contest this with Morales as low as she is.
Wow, Crash Lightning on Thrall actually at 19 stacks, by the way. This is a talent we almost never see taken because it is so hard to stack up. They get the kill onto Greymane there, and they're going to be able to isolate the Rainer. No, the movement speed at 7 allows him to barely get away. Revolution Overdrive. And Gazlo going back to Siege. I don't think they understand how strong Greymane is at pushing. They could just be bottom and pushing with Greymane, and that fort would be dead. If they had just sacked the tribute and gone, they would be in such good shape.
Well, and the unfortunate thing now for their strategy is they are down 2 tributes, and a lot of this goes out the window if you get pushed down too hard too fast. If they end up getting that level 10 curse, but Red Team still is a level ahead, so. But they don't have the siege going yet.
Solid Jake.
This is number 3.
A lot of damage there. Yeah, this is the third trip. This isn't the best possible position for them to fight over it. And hopefully they can get the tribute, get some damage,
and then
get
just
a
push
kill,
bottom lane.
get the fort. The fort will unfortunately get them to like 10.5, 10 3/4, and then getting the keep will actually get them 11, which is not the ideal situation because they're going to die with longer death timers than they really wanted. Solid Jade could actually eat under the Siege Giants here. The attack speed boost on his level 7 does apply to minions and mercenaries. So he could actually make making the Siege Giants even more effective in terms of their siege.
All right.
Level 10,
10.
Up. And
Let's see if they do a full push down bottom, which it looks like they are. They're going for this fort.
They need to get the fort. They have to get the fort right now.
We got the Robo Goblin coming out. We got the Medevac. We got Sanct. Yeah, this is Hyperion. This is it.
The Raiders should start rotating down, honestly, because right after they kill this fort, they're going to want a Medevac to keep immediately. But Raiders still top. Maybe this is like a backup strategy. Maybe. They're just like, we could win the game by doing backdoor, or we could just not. That's an option too. I don't.
Looks like they are kind of converging a little bit.
See where medic stop? That's actually Curse Hall is a very big map. That's where you can backdoor bottom keep from, like right there. But I don't know what Roe is doing. He's just off in his own little world.
All right, the tribute. This is a tough situation because the tribute is now up, and this is curse point for blue, and so this could be really bad.
They're level 11. They really, you know what they could do actually here, that would involve not dying. They could, I guess, with the vision it wouldn't be super safe, but they could actually just go bottom and then kill the keep and medevac out unless there's a huge response.
Curse bullet going down onto Scott. That's quite a bit of damage to start out, and they're just trying to poke as much as they can. Cocoon out pretty early, actually. There's the oh no, the Hyperion does come down.
Lots of R buttons hit there.
Yeah, pretty early and kind of away from the enemy team. Greymane does end up going down, and Jake is in a lot of trouble.
We talked about this in one of the earlier games, but if you have a plan and you draft a plan, you need to execute that plan, or you're gonna lose. HOTS is a very strategic game. If you don't have, if you like just randomly start doing things that don't make any sense to your comp, you not only will lose, but you kind of deserve to lose. Like if you have a plan, stick to your plan. Have faith. If your plan is bad, like that, you're not gonna do better by not doing your plan. And Curse now on them. They're going to lose all of their forts, I think, maybe. Bottom is getting pushed in extremely hard by Bacon here.
Middle may be the only one they save at this point. Like Bacon is almost assured to get this. Gazlo is still just doing Siege Giants.
That will help depush the lane slightly. Why did they not just medevac? Because the higher level you get, the worse this strategy becomes. Because the death timers get longer and it gives the enemy team more time to do stuff. And bosses continue to scale. Like their win conditions continue to scale, whereas your condition has anti-scaling. You don't want long death timers.
Yeah, and they've lost their level advantage now. They're almost a level behind, just from this single curse. Just so much pushing being done. Oh, they're definitely on the back foot now. I mean, we're still even talent tiers. We still got some time. They can see what their opponents are doing.
Are they back there? I like to point out that there may be a different idea here.
Okay.
They could be going for 20, because Holy Arena plus level 20 Gazlord, you only need one medevac. It's an extra
keep then core.
Well, if you get the keep, the core will die in one medevac.
If you get
the Sanct off.
Oh.
They can see that. They know you're going a short distance. They see you not getting in the medevac. They literally. I don't. That didn't make sense.
Sleepy Gary does go down in the back though. The Cocoon is down onto Greymane, and things are falling apart. The Sanctification is down. They're gonna try and back off. Zextrus though is gonna die. Gazlo probably gonna fall as soon as Feral Spirit is back up. And
Solid Jake was Hearthing in a bush. He's gonna die. You can't. Hearthing in a bush is safe, guys. They can see you.
So this is funny because it's just a mindset thing, right, Cavalier? Like you're not used to this being to happen, and so like you almost have to switch your entire HOTS mindset to holy crap, I can see everything. Bushes don't do crap anymore.
Like they're doing boss right now. They can see that. And this is Tyrael. He did not take Holy Ground, by the way, which if you're Tyrael and you're playing on Cursed Hollow, you take Holy Ground. That's how you play Tyrael. because you can steal bosses. You can just guarantee that your team gets the boss, which is such a huge deal, especially in this case where
This boss is going keep.
oh my god, that boss, yeah, fort's already dead.
Whereas their boss is going to go to a fort.
And they know, like, they know this boss is being done. They know what the HP is at. They shouldn't even be rotating actually, because they can't get it in time. So they should just leave. But like, what if they'd rotated earlier? Like, what if they paid attention to the minute and like, oh yeah, they're rotating boss. Murden and Anubrak can leave now. Our DPS will finish the boss. Tyrael or Lucia will speed us there. Then we'll mount, and they would have gotten there in time. Like, they could have done that.
But this is going to be a free tribute for them because bottom boss has to be contested. But top boss, like it'll get the fort.
If only they backdoored a keep at some point, then they would have a completely different scenario going on here. But the only thing that makes sense to me is they're playing for level 20. That's it. Like they're gonna get a keep. They're gonna try to get a keep pre-20.
They've got to be. The ults don't make sense otherwise.
And they're just gonna backdoor core. But that's a very ambitious plan. Curse Hollow may be one of the slower maps, but again, that medevac's not going anywhere near a building. It's just it's going like to knights, to top lane. I don't. They know where you're going. I don't know exactly what the plan here is. I mean, really don't.
Boss got the fort. That's decent. They've mostly evened up buildings. They're getting pretty close to evening up level. Although 16 will be coming first for our blue side, so this is going to be a tough fight. But this is not a critical tribute if they need to let it go.
We are going to see Gazla start to put turrets down, so he's setting up a little bit on the tribute fight. It definitely looks like they want to fight for this. Greymane can soak mid. 1 or 2 more waves. Like, if they can delay for a minute here, they will be able to get 16. But, early beat, actually, and they're not going in. Cocoon used as well. Hyperion comes out, zoning in a choke, so much damage, but the Sunder onto Morales instantly deletes her. And we're going to see Greymane just in the backline by himself. Sanctification comes down extremely late. And Solid Jake is going to get out of here with that movement speed. Whoa, where is Greymane going? Why is he diving in the backline with 25% health? I don't know, but he's dead now.
The choke hurt them so bad because they were able to get the pick on Morales basically right off the bat. And when they were going into that with no heal, I mean, they did a pretty good job considering they had no healer, but you're not going to be able to fight that.
I don't understand the decision making in this game. I don't understand why they drafted these heroes if they weren't gonna do the thing. I don't understand the way they're team fighting. I don't understand the late sanks. Like, if you're gonna sank, you should just go in with the sank, right? Medic doesn't really complement Tyrael because he's a dive tank in that sense. We are seeing a lot of value out of Gazla's 13 talent. Every time he gets stunned, he does put down a bomb, like, so they could dive in with that as an option, and then sank.
And he does have the armor from his trait.
I don't understand the decision making at all.
So this is going to be the important one. They are on same talent tier, so if there's ever a time that they need to take a team fight, it's this. If this curse goes through, that's going to be 1, maybe 2 keeps minimum.
Yeah, and they will have. I mean, and they've demonstrated the correct attitude for this. They shove when they have the curse, so they are gonna. As a team, we know they're gonna get value. They also have Knights coasting mid, which means they're very likely to get middle keep. Solid Jake in a lot of trouble here, extremely low. Does get the Q out. Lieutenant Morales just ends up going down. Sanctification was not available yet, but Thrall goes down. Li Ming gets the reset, however, and that is enough to kill the Greymane. That's another reset, and that's another reset.
This is gonna be keeps at minimum. Now, and the big problem with this is that Jake ended up coming into the fight at like a 3rd health, and so that really hurt his ability to zone the way he needed to just right off the bat.
And look at this, they're going straight for top keep wall. We're seeing Nubrak rotate mid to deny Tyrael the free clear on the Knights. The Knights will continue to coast, and this is 2 keeps. This is mid and top keep both if they execute well, and potentially the minions will even start to damage bottom keep. So they, like, if they get a kill here, they can potentially end, but if they get a kill here, they can probably triple keep no matter what, and that will get them 20.
Yep. And the level difference is going to start making a big deal in these team fights. 1 level difference, as long as it's not a talent tier, you know, not the end of the world. 3 level difference and storm talents, that's rough.
And that bottom keep is just now starting to be attacked by minions. Sanked for the disengage. Oh, if they can get a big kill here. No. Scott is just so tanky right now, and he is going to get the clean disengage. We're going to see Beat come out as well. So many gas bombs actually coming out. And
Just getting stunned all over the place. Oh,
it is-
no! Oh, beautiful full damage orb by Ming, and now they're going back in. There's the Sundering. Zextrus is gone. Everybody else is going to have to pull back, but this is Rose down. This is going to be game. That one Ming reset. And a nice turn by a Nubarak.
He did have, and they have 20, and they got all 3 keeps. I mean, you can't win team fights with the comp. Like, the comp is not designed to team fight. It's designed to do one thing, and they didn't do it. I don't.
We'll have to ask him about it.
I want to know.
You can.
I'm glad there's a post-game interview with the winner and the loser. That's all I gotta say.
It's very interesting.
Blue team is victorious.
That really means Gank wins. And
okay.
that happened. Geeks of Gank is now 2-0. They have 1 more match to determine their final standing in the round robin phase, but they're technically undefeated. We'll get them added into the Skype call here in a moment. But oh man, I want to know. I want to know what they were thinking so badly. I'm sure chat's with me too. Chat's like, what were you doing? And again, chat, there is a 2-minute delay on stream, but if you ask your question right this second, I'll probably be able to get it in by the end of the interview if we have time. If we don't have time, I apologize. And looks like we're going to take a second to get them on to the voice call, and Skype looks like it's lagging or something. I don't exactly know what's going on there. But we do have another giveaway coming up. It is Maev and Xenotech Avatar skin giveaways. Blizzard has provided the codes. Again, Blizzard's provided all the codes today. They've been extremely generous for this tournament. Creators of the Storm obviously helps advertise and do a lot for the community. So Blizzard does a lot when we put on an event. That shout out to them. And the code is Zex for president. So it's hashtag ZEX for president. If you would like to be entered into that giveaway. And I think we do have our captains with us now. I really only have one question, right? And it's for Zex. Why didn't you guys just go core? Why didn't you guys just medevac?
You remember that first medevac? Where
Yeah.
it went like, yeah, that was supposed to be on the keep. And Ro fat fingered it.
Oh no!
So we're like,
Oh,
as soon as that happened, we're like, well, that's game.
But you were already
guys.
You were already level 11 when that happened. You gotta snap to it the moment you hit 10, so your death timers aren't long when they wipe you after you kill the keep.
Yeah, we kind of made the mistake of fighting for that second tribute instead of just bum rushing the core, like we wanted to. There was a bit of a disagreement in chat on what we needed to do because we were facing.
All these excuses are coming out. What's going on, Zex?
All right.
Easy there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Bacon. Like,
okay.
I'm trying to make you feel good about yourself.
For anyone who's watching, if you're doing Juice Pirates, the moment you hit 10, you go keep. The moment you hit 10, you go keep. Nothing else matters. That's your win condition is you go keep, and then you all die. You go
Yeah.
Anyway,
we tried it. Apparently that was what they were discussing at length while I was casting, and like Jake was solidly behind the idea.
I mean, if you execute it well, it's a very strong strategy. It's actually very difficult to defend against. You guys didn't ban Cassia, and if they'd picked Cassia, you were screwed. There was no way you were going to be able to end or even get that bottom fort if they defended correctly.
That's why we banned the ETC, because we didn't want them stage diving in on our heads.
I mean, that doesn't really matter as much, to be honest. Cassia's. I speak from experience in pro play. Cassia's way worse. For those of you who didn't catch our GFE game versus Eurostar Esports, that's the only question I had. I just wanted to know why we didn't actually do the thing we clearly drafted for. I'll turn it over to TBKZord.
So I've got to ask this to Bacon. You guys didn't get your vision. What was the strategy behind that? You just left it neutral the whole time.
We saw the enemy. We saw the enemy take their vision. Shook our heads. Nope. Nah. You know, we don't need it.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like I'm being criticized for this. Oh no. What's going on?
It's not a matter of needing the vision. You just asserts your dominance because it turns part of the map blue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But you see half the team, half the players are hearthing in bushes like out of habit.
Yes. Yes. That was the best part about it. And we talked a little bit about it. The whole trying to get out of the mindset of bushes keep me safe. They don't know what I'm doing.
I would like to note, however, my skin and strategy choices real quick. You notice I was using the Stars and Stripes Rainer, and I never backed once because these colors don't run.
Ooh.
Yeah, we noticed, and it was a lot of experience for us. Thank you.
Like I said, just trying to make you feel good about yourself. I mean, that's I love you too, buddy.
Yeah. No, I guess there's not too much to ask. It's one of those, like Cavalier said, it's one of those comps where it does one thing, and if you
don't do the one thing, you just lose.
If you can't get the one thing, then it's really rough.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like how we cobbled together like two, like the top and bottom with Leeming and the Nubarek soaking. We kind of just hobbled together two barely passable solo laners, and then we just farmed Crash Lightning off you guys. That was kind of like our game plan. We really didn't know that you guys were trying to do the medevac cheese strat. That was new to us. So
I'm kind of.
I mean, it's not new to us, but we didn't expect it in draft.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of sad now.
Well, for the record, if you see,
would have worked.
Yeah, but oh my god, I'm so sad.
what was the medevac sitting in bot lane for like 10 seconds while we're all just like around you guys?
They misclicked. It's supposed to go to keep.
Ah, that's what it was. I thought you guys were BMing us.
You know, we have to his credit, we have all fat fingered things before.
Yes.
And medevac is very easy to fat finger if you're not used to casting it very often.
Yeah, is it because your camera should literally be over your destination? Like that's how you want to cast medevac. So, and especially for that, you want to put it like behind the keep so that because you come out of the medevac in the order you go into it, and Morales is always the first person in. So she doesn't want to be tanking keep, so she wants to put it out of range. So you can't do that in the map. You have to be really particular about the way you. Anyway.
Exactly. It's like as you just said, it's very hard to do if you're not used to doing that. And so while the idea was sound, it's probably something that requires more practice than you would think.
It is. It's subtle. Like it requires some practice if you've never done it before. But
yeah, there was a little panic in Rose's voice when we were like, "Drop the medevac. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go." I feel bad for him because he kind of freaked out.
Oh, poor guy. It happens, it happens. It happens.
That's all the time we had for the interview. We're still, I think, a little bit behind. Maybe we're okay on schedule now. That ARAM game put us pretty far behind. We do have time for shout outs from the captains. If you guys would like to give shout outs, starting with the Bacon.
If you guys want to listen to the best Heroes of the Storm podcast on the planet, please go to gamepushsquad.com. Not really. But we thank every listener that downloads. So thank you guys for giving us this opportunity. And Zex, you're going down next time too, so don't worry, buddy.
Okay. I wasn't really prepared for that one, so I don't have any witty retorts lined up. But on my end, I'll give a shout out to BlizzPro, who we did the Heroes Power Hour for the longest time, and now we have a new kind of variety show, just the BlizzPro Adventure Club. You can still find us on the same channel at twitch.tv/BlizzPro. Shout outs to them.
All right, and that'll be all the time we have for the interview. Again, we are doing a giveaway. I think everyone got it in chat, but the code is Zex for President. I want to put that out there. Hashtag Zex for President. Although Zex can't seem to win anything, so I don't know if we want him.
Oh,
I'm getting shade from the casters now.
wow. High five.
Zex for mayor, maybe?
Zex for town council.
And I'm gonna give a shout out to TBKZord for being a great caster. He shared my stress during that game, which helped me a lot get through it. It was a traumatic experience to watch that game and see a Medevac go nowhere near a building.
Oh gosh, it was fun.
And
Thanks, guys.
That's it for us. We'll be right back, guys. With Game 6, last game of the round robin, Lords of the Hype Forge versus Geeks of Gank.